up, guys? We're starting off episode 65 with one heck of a Raw. I really just want to talk about the Stone Cold podcast.
Too bad we're not the podcast right now.
But Raw happened first, and yeah, what he said, we don't review podcasts.
So would you like to say what matches happened?
Do I have?
We should get a podcast where all we do is review podcasts.
That could be a thing.
Call it the Podcast Cast.
What about the podcast cast?
All right, I'm gonna talk about these matches. We had Sasha Banks defeat Paige.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that was probably the best match of the night, except maybe the main event. The Shield defeated the Ascension. Give the Ascension something to do with it. Fuck them. Ryback defeated Seth Rollins. Yeah, wrap your head around that one. We had Randy Orton defeat Sheamus.
Yeah.
Yes, we had Randy Orton versus Sheamus. The Dudleys defeated the Matadors. Cesaro and The Miz went to a double countout. And Cena and the Primetime Players defeated the New Day and Seth Rollins.
We started the show, Seth Rollins did like a 15-minute promo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
And it was basically Seth Rollins almost ignoring the fact that he has to defend both of his titles in Night of Champions, and all he wants to do is bitch about his statue.
Yeah.
And then Sting came on and said, hey, guess what? I've got your statue. We're both here, so come find me, and maybe you can have it back. And then Sheamus came out and was like, guess what? I could give you a third match at Night of Champions. And then Seth's like,
You sound stupid. You look stupid.
And Seth's like,
You look as stupid as I sound.
Well played, sir.
Seth's like, I'm gonna go get my statue, but first, I need to find Dad. So he goes to Mom and says, Stephanie, is Triple H here? Because Triple H...
She's like, no, but I
No, I really need to talk to Triple H. Like,
yeah, but I can help you with
no,
this.
but he's like the cerebral assassin. That's like
I
his
need
thing.
to pop a big nose.
Like he does, like he plans things, and then hey, look, Triple H is there. He's standing behind Seth Rollins, and Triple H is like, "What? You don't think Stephanie can come up with a plan?" He's like, well, "No, I just
No, I don't think she can come up with a plan.
no, she's terrible.
She's the fucking worst. Why'd you marry her?
He's like, I want my statue, and Triple H is like, you shouldn't think about your statue. You need to realize that you have 2 matches in Night of Champions. So I'm going to give you a chance to prepare for Night of Champions. I'm going to give you a one-on-one match, a champion versus champion against Ryback, and then I'm going to put you in a 6-man tag team match where you're going to team up with the New Day to take on Cena and the Primetime Players.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get champion versus champion. You know, because he's defending his title twice.
Right. And he's
But which match is he preparing for with a 6-man tag?
Sting, bro.
So wrestling.
Because you know DX and the NWO are going to go down.
No, it's gonna be NWO and the Shield.
Ah, there you go. Oh, shit.
Or W's like all the old WCW guys, and then the NXT people from when Seth Rollins was the NXT champion.
NXT's going to win.
I think the logic is involve him with all of the other champions.
True, he was teaming with other champions going against challengers, so. And he kind of had a one-up because he was going against his U.S. title opponent in Cena, so. But speaking of championships, on a week away from the Divas Championship match we've got Sasha taking on Paige. We do have Charlotte out in Paige's corner. The match was good. Nothing super memorable from it though. Like it was a good match because it was Sasha Banks and Paige. Like they have great chemistry, but
except for the fact that if you have blue hair, that means your opponent is supposed to cheat.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
According to JBL.
I missed that.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Paige attempted the Scorpion Crosslock, but as she was trying, Tamina and Naomi get in the ring and distract her enough to where Sasha is able to roll her up, and Sasha picked up the win over Paige.
Yeah, she grabbed her by the blue hair.
And then JBL's like, that's what blue hair is for.
Awesome.
And that's what I was referencing.
Oh, yeah.
Blue hair is for cheating.
Like I said, I missed that part. Then we move
We
on
talked
to.
about it for a good 2 or 3 minutes.
He doesn't listen to
Nope.
us. Nope. What? Who are you?
We're
Why are you
back.
here?
Who's the Intercontinental Champion?
What?
Fuck off.
Fuck off is not the Intercontinental Champion.
Sometimes I get that confused with Ryback.
Okay.
Right on.
So, this past Friday, we had the Ascension start an awesome new venture in their
Yeah,
careers, teaming
I'm
up with Stardust.
excited to see what they do.
Cosmic Wasteland.
This is gonna be cool. They're gonna put them against the Shield.
Yeah, too bad we're not on SmackDown anymore.
Yeah, where the fucking Stardust wasn't even on Raw.
Because he lives on SmackDown now.
Oh,
Welcome to Monday Night Raw, where the storylines are made up and your gimmicks don't matter.
because the Ascension finally have something that they're gonna do, and what's the best way to reward them? We're gonna put you guys on Monday Night Raw, but you're gonna job to the Shield.
We're gonna kill you guys. That's
But you know, Victor, your beard's coming in nicely.
Yeah, he's got that extreme Fu Manchu thing on.
The goat is getting pretty big
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Um,
Connor, you still look like Colt Cabana auditioning for Underworld.
Shield end up picking up the win. Dean Ambrose is actually about to get hit by Connor with something. I have no idea what was gonna happen there, but
Roman's like, excuse me, spear.
yeah, it was great. He like gently nudges Dean out of the way and spears
well.
Connor.
If you look at Dean, it looked like he was getting ready. So like, Dean probably had this, and Roman's just like, no.
No, trust me, I got this. Dean ended up getting the win by hitting Dirty Deeds on Victor and picking up the win. And then the Wyatts came up on the screen, and Bray Wyatt said,
Hey, we scared.
Just want to let you know, we're issuing...
Damn, why is he scared?
I wish that's what they said. Man, we scary. No, they issued a warning to anyone who is going to join forces with the Shield for their 6-man tag match at Night of Champions, because the Shield get to pick their opponent. Or
Yeah,
get to
they
pick
were
their
like-
partner.
To anyone who's gonna team with the Shield, just remember, we scared.
Then we had Ryback pantomiming his moves.
Yeah, that was.
There's
And,
also pantomiming punching a small child
and
or
then Kevin Owens-
sawing a board in half.
and then Kevin Owens ate an
Saw
apple.
a child in half.
Kevin Owens ate an apple and wished Ryback good luck, and not to bite off more than he could chew. Then Ryback went against Seth Rollins, where he gave the Intercontinental title to a child
Yeah.
ringside.
Oh my God! Don't do that. What the fuck? Why would you do that?
I'm just gonna spoil it right now. We don't know where that fucking title is. That kid still has the Intercontinental title for all
Yes,
we
as
know.
far as we know.
Ryback and Seth Rollins had a cool spot in their match where they went back and forth, and Ryback kept trying to do a power
just-
bomb. That was the only thing
Yeah.
memorable about this match.
No, he gave the title to a kid, and I just remember hearing all the stories over the years of wrestlers talking about how you're never like if you're the champion, doesn't matter what championship you have. If you're the champion, you're the champ. You don't let people hold the belt.
Well, not only that, but like you are responsible for that title.
Like that. It's your. Yeah,
And here's my thing. Like initially, I thought it was weird, but I was like, okay, well, hang on. Let's wait till the end of the match. Maybe he went over. He's like, hey, I want you to hold this for me. Make sure no one takes it. And he's like trying to get interact with the
and
crowd.
he tried to take it back, and the kid's like, "No, you
No,
said
you said I can't give this to anybody. And now that kid thinks he's the fucking Intercontinental Champion.
That kid will face Kevin Owens at Night of Champions.
I feel sorry for that kid.
Yeah. Ryback ends up winning with a roll up because Sting plays peekaboo on the Tron.
That was the best part of the match.
And then, okay, so yeah, he comes up on the Tron, distracts Rollins. Rollins gets rolled up. He plays peekaboo, and then the crowd and Seth Rollins freak the fuck out because Sting puts one of the plastic masks on the statue. Why is this a big fucking deal?
Because
If you want me to give a shit like he's defacing that statue, put some goddamn paint on it.
yeah,
Paint the fucker.
that,
If you're
you
putting
know,
a plastic mask on, I'm
that
just
would
like,
have been
I
a
don't
cool
give a
effect
damn.
if they could have worked that where Sting puts the plastic mask on it and then takes it off and it's all painted.
Yeah, I might have given a shit then.
That would have been impressive.
But at this point, like, the crowd's like, oh, he put the mask on it. And then Rollins like, oh, he's defacing my integrity. No, he put a piece of plastic
refacing it.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He's refacing the statue.
That was actually a tweet that went by on Raw. And I was like,
Refacing the statue?
yeah. He's like, defacing the statue is more like he was refacing the statue.
Don't steal my jokes in the past, asshole.
Even though we watched Raw like
past
4 hours after
Yeah.
it was over.
They stole my joke in the past.
He's a past hole.
Fuck you, fight me in real life.
No, I think the crowd reacted more so just because they knew Sting was getting Seth Rollins' goat.
Maybe. That's.
They like it when
hope.
Seth Rollins.
They weren't even watching
Seth Rollins?
When Rollins gets annoyed.
They weren't
I like when Seth Rollins gets annoyed.
They weren't even watching the screen. Just
No.
Seth Rollins' reaction.
It's like, what's he freaking out about? I don't know what's going on.
The Tron was a green screen the whole time.
Yep. Alright, then we got the best moment of the night. Because Seth Rollins is pissed off. He wants to find Sting.
Mask on my statue.
I can't believe he did this.
I'm so pissed off.
And so the New
Seth
Day.
Rollins annoyed.
Are you Grado? Say I.
Oi. I'm great.
Yeah, the New Day tries to make Seth Rollins happy. They try and cheer him up. You know, they're Xavier Woods is playing his trombone, and it's already funny
Yeah.
because you've got the New Day trying to make
Xavier
Rollins
Woods
happy.
and the trombone is the best tag team in WWE right now.
The New Day is now a 4-man group.
I predict that at some point Xavier Woods and the trombone will take the titles off of Kofi and Big
So Rollins is still getting pissed off, but he like starts to focus on the fact that they have a 6-man tag. Then Edge and Christian show up, and Edge is like,
And Edge forgets that he has a broken neck.
yeah. Edge gets all macho for a second because he's like, last time we saw you, you had your buddies cheap shot us, and then you stood on my neck and threatened to paralyze me. So why don't you try doing it now? And we're like, Edge, you're still hurt.
Yeah.
You need to stop. But Edge and Christian did have a backup plan because the Dudleys happened to walk in, and they're like, hey, we got some news for you. Next week on Raw, the Primetime Players get their rematch for the tag team titles. And they're like, boo. What's even better is that whoever wins that match faces us at Night of Champions.
Yeah,
Boo,
down
boo.
for that.
And there was the battle, the trombone versus the kazoo, and
Big E got hungry.
Big E tried to eat the kazoo. This was by far the best part of Raw. There was nothing that came close to this portion. Oh my god. We wanted this to be all Raw.
Raw should have just kept going. Like, just more people should have kept coming into the scene. And just...
We were waiting for the shocker of the Hardy Boys walking in and...
Yeah, they're just gonna walk up behind the
They were just gonna walk by, like they just happened to be there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, hey guys, what's going on?
I feel like we know them from somewhere. Did we meet them on a ladder or something? Oh god. Okay, then we had Summer Rae apologize to Rusev.
And Rusev was okay.
And then
That guy's got a heart of gold.
I don't blame you. He's putting his shoes on. He's gonna leave now. Yeah, he's alright, we'll see you later, Thomas. So yeah, Rusev accepted the apology, and then Dolph Ziggler came down and was like, hey, you guys suck, and here's a message from Lana, and then he super kicked Rusev in the face.
Super kicked him in the dick,
Did he super kick him in the dick?
which is his face.
Oh, because he's a
dick
dickhead.
face.
Same diff.
And he's annoyed. Dolph Ziggler is annoyed at Rusev and Summer Rae.
Thanks, Greta.
You're welcome. Bye. I'm Grado. Grado.
I think the only
Grado's the greatest.
the only upside to this whole thing was they had like that Inside Edition TMZ kind of video
That was
package.
clever.
It's good because it's the whole celebrity couple, blah blah blah. That's cool. But this segment was god awful.
And then backstage, the Shield and Randy Orton are talking, but there's no audio, so
Yeah.
you can't hear what they're talking about. You're to assume that they're asking Randy Orton to be their third guy, but it's unconfirmed.
Yes. And Randy Orton is heading into his
Match with Casper the Friendly Rooster Ghost.
God. This is supposed to be the rubber match. This is supposed to be like the climax
The
of
rubber
this.
match of what? They're like 3 to 3 tie. Hi, Thomas.
Thomas, you look really different. You have anything to say about Sheamus and Randy Orton?
You're looking the wrong way.
Anything?
Thomas,
No? Anything?
nothing?
No? Yeah. That's how we felt too. Because it was the same shit. There's nothing new. It happened. And Randy Orton won. Why? I don't know.
So you get beat up afterwards by the Wyatt family.
Yeah, Wyatt
That's
family was like, oh, fuck that guy. He might be teaming with the Shield. Let's kick his ass.
Fight about it.
Big whoop. Want to fight about it?
Grado wants to fight.
Thanks, Grado.
You're welcome.
Uh, so, Thomas, what do you think about the Dudleys versus the Matadors? Right. It was really short. Matadors ended up having a little mishap where El Torito got up on the ropes, caused a distraction, when it actually distracted them, and allowed them to hit, allowed the Dudleys to hit the 3D on Matador Uno. I don't know which one it was. I wasn't paying that much
From
attention.
the Super Smashadors.
And then they start beating up El Torito, and
Well, all he does is he boots Torito out of the ring.
and then
He like Sparta kick.
and Devon looks at Bubba and goes, "Did you see what happened? We gotta go save that little bull." And Bubba's like, "Why? Why do we have
And
to
the
save
dude's
the
like,
bull?"
you can put a person through a table.
All right, let's go save that bull.
Yeah, Bubba's like, I'm in.
So Devon actually goes and saves El Torito by throwing the Matador back into the ring, where Bubba has set up a table, and then they put Matador Dos up on Bubba, and Bubba powerbombs him through a table, and I better see a goddamn Bully Dudley show up on Raw or SmackDown in the near future. Otherwise, El Torito has nothing to do. What is El Torito going to do if they don't team him up with the Dudleys?
Him and Hornswoggle are gonna start teaming together.
Oh my god, I don't... No.
They're gonna feud with J&J Security.
The junior tag team division. Then we had Cesaro and Miz for no apparent reason.
Something that happened in the pre-show.
Yeah, it was... Miz was like trying to help Cesaro with something.
He wanted to rebrand him.
And they shook hands, and Cesaro like crushed his hand. And he goes, "If I was gonna ask for help, it wouldn't be from you." So they end up having a match, which doesn't go. The highlight of this match was Cesaro putting on JBL's hat and European uppercutting the Miz
On the outside.
on the outside.
Almost
and then,
lost the hat.
Yeah.
And it would have been a travesty because it would have been the Intercontinental Championship and JBL's hat.
Oh man, losing everything on Raw. And then Thomas, what do you think about the rest of the match? Oh, he's sleeping now.
Big Show came out and started chasing the Miz around.
Yeah. Well, Miz starts to attack Cesaro's ribs, which keeps him down. And then for our 10 count, we get Big Show chasing the Miz around the ring. Double count out happens. Miz ends up booking it through the crowd, so he's safe. And then Big Show's like, "Alright, I'll get him later. But for right now, I'm going to punch Cesaro in the face." So we're probably going to get Cesaro versus the Big Show on SmackDown.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm thinking.
Swing the Big Show.
I think that's the only big man he hasn't done that to yet.
Yeah.
Alright.
I know he swung Khali.
Yeah, he did swing Khali. He swung Mark Henry.
Brodus Clay.
Yeah. Alright.
A-Train.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. Okay. Then we had the fucking Bellatron thing.
Yep, and this is where I find out that Charlotte's petition to get an early title match came through,
Yes.
and she gets her title match on Raw next week instead of at Night of Champions.
Yes.
So
Now, okay.
potentially she's going to save
Yeah.
the record.
So we have the option of either Charlotte taking the championship, stopping Nikki Bella from breaking the record. Now, if Charlotte doesn't win, does she still get a shot at Night of Champions?
No idea.
Because there would have to be a title match at Night of Champions because it's
Yeah.
Night of Champions. So would it be like?
It'd be the rematch if Charlotte wins.
Yeah, if Charlotte wins, yeah, I get that. But if Charlotte loses, like, would Becky Lynch go in because she had the second best time?
Probably.
Because Paige didn't have a fucking chance. So I would imagine Becky Lynch would get the chance. But I imagine that Charlotte's going to win next week. We're going to get the big countdown. It's going to start at the beginning of Raw. There's only going to be like an hour and 30 minutes left on the fucking title thing, or the Tron thing. And she's going to win with like 15 seconds. Or maybe they'll make it really epic and she'll win with like 5 seconds left.
2.5. When it gets to 0, goes John Cena.
Chris Jericho.
I wish.
Yeah. So yeah, PCB ends up coming out. There's a big brawl. They end up fighting off Team Bella. Charlotte puts Nikki in the figure 8. She's got Nikki tapping, and Nikki ends up rolling out. And then we had our 6-man tag team match for our main event. We had the Primetime Players and John Cena taking on Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Seth Rollins.
And the trombone.
And Trombone and Xavier Woods were out at ringside, having all kinds of fun.
Well, Xavier wants his new theme song when he goes solo. Be like, what does everybody want? Trombone.
I don't think that's going to be as catchy as Head.
No, it's way harder to catch a trombone. Heads are spherical. It's like a ball. You can catch it.
It's also a lot darker to catch Head.
Yeah, maybe.
This match was fun. There was some good stuff in this match.
All because Xavier Woods.
Yeah, Xavier Woods was the highlight.
He was the highlight of Raw.
Darren Young did all of 2 moves. Both to Seth. No. The first one was to Seth Rollins. The second was to Xavier Woods. There was the setup with Cena throwing Rollins.
That was Titus.
Was it Titus? Okay.
Yeah, Titus was in on the hot tag.
That's right. Yeah, Titus is going on his hot tag run and tosses Rollins over the top rope where Darren Young is waiting to give him the back suplex on the apron. And then on the other side, Titus is waiting for Big E to hit. He's waiting to hit Clash of the Titans on Big E. Xavier Woods starts like, hey, look at me. And Titus turns around. But before Xavier Woods can do anything, he gets pulled off of the apron and gets hit with gut check by Darren Young. Big E ends up taking the advantage again over Titus. Titus tags in John Cena. Big E tags in Seth Rollins. And we have Seth Rollins about to lose, gets out of the AA, then ends up winding up in the STF. Gets to the ropes almost. He's close enough to tag in Kofi, who then gets hit with the AA, and they lose anyway.
So Seth is 0 for 2.
But despite this, like, he's pissed off. He's more so pissed off with the New Day. But before he can say anything to the New Day, Sting shows up on the Tron again and goes, "Man, it's been a really rough night, and you didn't even come and get this, man." Well, let's turn on the lights, and we find out that he's been standing next to a garbage truck the whole time. And then he gropes the statue, and
then he does one of these things.
Yeah.
Points at the statue.
Yeah, he does all kinds of weird things with the statue, and then he accidentally accidentally shoves it into the back of the garbage truck,
And then it crunches the statue up.
the really cheap statue, and
The
then
aluminum statue.
and we finish Raw. Well, actually, no, we didn't even finish Raw. This would have been the best way to finish Raw. Is Sting going, woo, on the garbage
See you
truck.
at Night of Champions!
And so, yeah, the garbage truck drives away with Sting hanging onto it. Then we get Seth Rollins, defiant, I'm gonna win anyway. Shouldn't he have been pissed off?
Oh, he was.
But he was he wasn't, we didn't get he should have been throwing a temper tantrum or something. He should have been unbelievably pissed off and just kicking things, and he should have just been so mad instead of look at all my titles.
This is where I think Seth Rollins has just evolved.
Okay.
He's taking that transition from being the, I guess, Christian heel character, or, I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head who'd freak out kind of heel characters. Del Rio did it a couple times. And transitioning into the Triple H, the more Triple H-esque
Where
persona.
he's kind
where
of
it's
taking everything and.
Where, yeah, it's just okay, rather than freak out and have a temper tantrum which accomplishes nothing, he's going to take that and focus it towards his match with Sting. And now he's going to beat Sting's ass.
Well, hopefully something better happens.
Because this is what they're doing. They're transforming Seth Rollins into Triple H.
I do appreciate it, and
I think they're gonna have a match at Mania.
Triple H and Rollins.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that because I think they'd have a killer match. I'm totally down for that. Yeah, that was it for Raw. Thanks for being here, Thomas. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We also watched the Stone Cold podcast with Edge and Christian.
It was funny.
Lots of fun.
It was alright.
Check it out on the WWE Network.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Or download it from the Steve Austin Show on podcast1.com.
Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe.
Click all of our links down in the description: the Facebook, the Twitter, the Tumblr, the Instagram, the Reddit, and both of the emails. And post down in the comments how you felt about Raw. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it boring? Because we thought it was.
I fell asleep during one of the matches.
Yeah, I was actually gonna quiz you, but you woke up before the end happened. I was like, "How did the Rollins and Ryback match end?" But Sting popping up and playing peekaboo woke him up, and
That was funny.
it was hysterical. But yeah. Thanks for watching the Raw review. We'll see you guys later in the week. We'll be having our midweek wrap-up, where we'll be continuing the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We'll have a SmackDown rundown, where hopefully it's better than Raw.
Well, I think it's going to be, because I think on SmackDown we're going to get more of the Stardust Ascension storyline.
I hope so. Let's give the Ascension something to do other than jobbing to the Shield. And we'll have our indie news as usual, talking about all the upcoming shows. Tournaments are all done for the time being.
Yeah.
So just lots of other indie shows coming up, so be sure to check that out. And we'll see you guys at whatever video you decide to watch next.